This is Born Strategist, and in this video, I'm going to be asking, as well as answering, the following question. Destiny, could you do it again? Now, the reason why I ask this question is because I've asked myself that on a couple of occasions, and I am strongly suggesting to all of you that are watching this video that you do the same. Now, the reason why I'm doing that is because we know that another Destiny game is being constructed and it's going to ship sometime, I would assume next year. Okay, the date isn't definitive, and let's be honest, there's probably going to be some delays. As a result, it may take even longer. So you may have to wait all the way up until early 2018 to actually see another Destiny game. Hopefully it's not the case, and hopefully with the help of all the different studios that Bungie is working with, they could actually get this stuff together quicker and have it out for people that are really interested in more Destiny related content. That being said, could you do it again? Now, this is a question that I have asked myself on more than one occasion, and to be honest with you, I'm kind of conflicted because I would like to go ahead and play more Destiny because I like the mechanics, I like the way the game feels, I love the subclasses, I love the weapons, all that sort of stuff. Okay, that's the main reason as to why a lot of people play. It's just because the game feels good, it handles well. Okay, with that said, is it enough to bring you back? And that's a question that all of you guys have to ask yourselves because it may not be enough to bring some people back. Because as much as I like the core mechanics of Destiny, that doesn't necessarily mean that I like every single aspect of Destiny. Okay, Bungie has made some good decisions, but they've also made a lot of bad decisions. And you don't have to look too far for too much bad related press when it comes to Bungie and some of their questionable business practices. Now, having said that, I'm not a huge fan of Bungie as a gaming studio, and I'm not a big fan of the people that they have in a position of power. Simply because, well, just look at what they've done. Not just to, the community, but to Marty O'Donnell and to some other people that I will not mention here. Simply because that would take up a great deal of time, and that's not what this video is about. But when you look at Destiny, and you look at its formula, and you have to know whether you're a huge Destiny fan or not, that they're more than likely going to continue this formula over in Destiny 2. Basically, they're going to raise the light level yet again, or whatever they're going to call it in the next game, and make you grind for more stuff that is essentially no different from the stuff you currently have. It just has a higher light level or a higher value. And for that very reason, I don't know if I can go do it again. Simply put, I just don't feel compelled to grind my ass into the ground to get a great deal of content that isn't necessarily worthy of that time that I put into it. Now, just because I don't like grinding doesn't necessarily mean that everyone else doesn't. Okay, there's a lot of people out there who just love grinding to the ground for no other reason than just to get a bunch of shiny new armor or a fancy new weapon that looks different but doesn't handle differently than something that you've probably already had to begin with. And that's where I have a problem. And I understand that there's just only so much you can do with a game such as this, and there's limits, there's restrictions, and there's only so much they can do. I mean, they ran into this problem back in the Vault of Glass. Okay, just in case you guys aren't familiar, Luke Smith had done an interview in regards to this very same topic of the Vault of Glass. He talked about the problems that they encountered when developing Vault of Glass weapons and that they made them too powerful, and it didn't give people much of an incentive to go out and look for something new and different and unique just because they already had the more powerful weapons. Hence the reason why a lot of those Vault of Glass weapons haven't made it to year 2. As a matter of fact, none of them have. Okay, none of the Vault of Glass weapons have made it to year 2, and neither have a lot of weapons. I mean, there's people that spent a great deal of time trying to get particular exotics that didn't make it to year 2. More specifically, a friend of mine that spent literally 9 to 10 months trying to get the goddamn Gallahorn. And when he got that damn weapon, guess what? It was soon after made irrelevant because it didn't go to year 2 and they had nerfed the Wolfpack rounds. Now, that being said, I don't know if I could actually endure that again simply because, well, let's be honest, they're going to have some item, whether it be an armor piece or a weapon that's probably going to be a little too overpowered, and they may nerf it, or they may just go ahead and try to do whatever they can to get you not to use it. Okay, we've seen this before with weapons such as the Gallahorn or the icebreaker. Okay, they try to do their best to make them irrelevant. And that's the one thing you don't want, because when you put forth all that time, effort, and energy into obtaining particular items, you don't want to have them taken away, and it really does piss you off, especially if they're your favorite. That being said, what's your thoughts? What's your opinions? Could you do it again? And are you prepared to have your items stripped away despite the fact that you put so much time and effort into obtaining them? Let me know below. Until next time, thanks for watching. For more objective reviews, strategy guides, commentaries, and more, stay tuned to this channel.